Guten Morgen. Buongiorno. It's checkout day here at the Hotel Greif. On my way to Bologna. It's gonna be an exciting trip. I hope I don't have anybody sitting next to me, especially somebody on their phone the whole time. So I'm having breakfast. It's quite a scene. We've got a bunch of American seniors here. I have so much to tell you, but I'll wait. They're distracting me. It's like the sun, it's just so beautiful. The sun is coming in. They chose the tables right next to the windows. Now they're trying to close the curtains. And then there's another couple here with two dogs in a baby carriage. They look European. Maybe Swiss or Austrian or some Northern European. They were just told they can't have their dogs out on the patio, even though they're in the baby carriage. I'm here early because I wanted to beat the crowds, but these American seniors, man, they're up early. Me too. All right, I'll update you when I get up to my room. I have so much to tell you. I feel like I'm at the old folks' home. I'll show you what I got. Yesterday I had a really nice cappuccino, but it's so rich. So much milk. So I asked for an Americano with some milk. So I actually got a little pot of coffee with milk. It's perfect. It's been so long since I've had a decent cup of coffee. All right, so I'm all packed. I'm ready to go. I'm just going to sit here and relax for a little bit. It's 10:05. It's a good thing I checked my flight, my train. Some new bites. My train is at 11:45. I thought it was 12:05. So it's fine. I have plenty of time. My Airbnb, I would have had to check out at 10. So here I have until noon, which is really nice. And also, when I came here, I came early. I came around 11. They got me in a room by noon. They said they were fully booked the night before. So they had no rooms empty to check me in early, but they had the maid clean a room, get it ready for me. This beautiful room. So really nice. So what started off as a kind of horrible experience ended on a slightly positive note. So let me tell you the final result of my Airbnb experience. So when we left off yesterday, Airbnb support had just started work at 9 a.m. in San Francisco. They contacted me and said that they were sorry, but they could not offer me a full refund. I think at that point, I was asking for not only a full refund for the Airbnb, but also the hotel because they were the ones that brought it up, laundry, and 2 pharmacy visits. So they said no, they couldn't do that. The support ambassador or whatever they call themselves said that, rest assured, she's fully trained to handle situations like this. Kind of gave me this spiel and then ended with, what would you like me to do? So that was the opening. I recognized it. Gemini confirmed. So I said, please escalate it immediately. I think she may have come back again a second time and said something else. And do you want me to escalate it? I said, yes. So then I was contacted by a senior specialist. I forget what she called herself. Pretty much gave me the same thing. And now not only was she saying no, she was now going down to a lower number that I had been quoted originally. So when I first contacted Airbnb support, they said they would reimburse me for the 2 nights that I wasn't staying, obviously. And then he was saying that he could give me about 50% refund for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I had checked in on Saturday. So I said, why from Monday? And he said, because you didn't notice the bites until Tuesday. So I said, yeah, but I think I was getting bitten the whole time. I only recognized them on Tuesday. So then he said, okay, well, it was only 2 more nights. We'll go all the way to Saturday. So it was a pretty significant number. It was about a little over half of what I paid, my total cost. So that's what they had agreed to. I had it in writing in the app. And now this new support ambassador, higher level, whatever she was offering me about $300 less than that. So I didn't understand why the reduction. So anyway, I worked with Gemini. I stood firm. We kind of went back and forth. I sent more documentation. I wanted to know why the negative review was removed. I cited the negative review as evidence that they had been on notice. These are new. I said that the bite marks don't appear until 2 to 7 days after exposure. So I could have been bitten on Saturday and I didn't see them until Tuesday, and I didn't know what they were because I never dealt with bed bugs before. So it wasn't until Wednesday that I finally figured out what it was. And then I found the negative review on Thursday. So all of this was in defense of my timeline. She kept saying, no, sorry. And I just kept sending more documentation. I sent more photos of what the bites appeared like now, because they're like seriously inflamed red. It looks really nasty. And I have new ones on my neck and on my face. I have a new one here. I'm not getting bitten here, I'm sure. But this is, it takes a while for your body's immune response to respond. So anyway, I was just about ready to go to bed, and I asked Gemini, I said, I want to send one more email, one more message saying that I've been an Airbnb member for 15 years, and also listing all of the places that I have stayed in so far this year and the places that I already have booked for the rest of the year. It's pretty significant. I'm doing a lot of travel this year, but I didn't know how to finish it. So Gemini said, you're not begging for anything. You are letting them know that you are a very important customer. I forget what it said. And it was really demanding. I mean, I responded, wow. Definitely not the way that I would have written it. So as I was putting that into the chat, they called. I hadn't sent the message yet. There were a few things that I wanted to change in it because Gemini doesn't always get everything right. So they called. So I answered the phone. I didn't realize it was the same person I had been chatting with. I thought now I was at their health and safety legal team, because that's what I was asking for. I asked for it to be escalated to the health and safety legal team. But it was the same person that I had been speaking to. So she kind of started off, the usual, is it okay if we record this for training purposes, blah, blah, blah. And then I just unloaded. So I just basically told her everything that I had already said in the chats. She kept trying to interrupt me, but I wouldn't let her. So I had a lot to say. And then finally, when I finished, she said, okay, well, we are prepared to give you a full refund for your stay. So I said, oh, great. Okay, great. She said, I need 15 minutes to finalize it, and then I'll get back to you. Stay by your phone. So I said, okay. So once I answered the phone, then I sent the message. Or actually, while I was on the phone, I sent the message. I wanted to make sure that message was there. And I also repeated some of what I was saying in the phone call. So 15 minutes later, she called me back and she said, okay, it's finalized. We are issuing a full refund for this amount. There was the small portion had already been approved, and now this was kind of like almost double that to make it the full refund amount. Not the hotel, not the pharmacy, not the laundry. So just for the Airbnb stay. And then this morning I woke up and I checked my credit card statement and it's already there. So that's it. End of story. So I think it's fair. I think they could have gone a little bit further and also at least reimburse me for the pharmacy or, the laundry or something just as an extra gesture. But I think it's fair that at least I'm not paying for that unit. She was not able to answer why the negative review disappeared. She assured me that hosts can't have reviews removed or that Airbnb doesn't remove negative reviews. I said, well, it's missing. So something happened and it's really suspicious. So all of that was just in my favor. The fact that there was a negative review and the fact that the review was removed. So something fishy is going on. There's some sort of deception and negligence. And they really are lucky that I'm not looking at taking some further legal action because it's been a really horrible experience. So I woke up in the middle of the night, really itchy. I just couldn't get the itching to stop. I was using bottles from the minibar, cold bottles, and putting them on because cold helps. Gemini said use cold compresses, but you run a washcloth under the water for a few minutes and put it on your skin, and like within seconds it's not cold anymore. So that wasn't really helping. And also it was very wet, so it was like taking off the hydrocortisone cream. So the bottles were good. I'm looking forward to getting into an Airbnb where I can make some ice and make some ice packs, and that's what I'll use. So it's getting better. It's just really bad at night. And, Gemini kept saying, well, at least rest assured that you fought a good fight and you got what you deserved. So that should be some consolation. Travel is stressful, so I know I'm going to be itchy while I'm traveling, but I'm going to try to just keep breathing. And fortunately, it's just one train. I don't have to make any changes. My AirPods are charged. I have some podcasts that I can listen to on my phone. So that's it. So I'm going to check out in a little bit, walk to Walther Park, the shopping center, get a panino to go to eat on the train, and then go to the station and find my platform. So I don't know how much of the journey I'm going to film. Maybe just when I get to Bologna, I'll just do a ending there. It's been a lot. It's really been a lot. As I said to the pharmacist at Farmacia della Madonna, I said, travel is an adventure. And she said, yeah, travel is an adventure. So, I've been traveling for a really long time. My first trip was to Mexico when I was 23 years old. So what is that, 46 years ago? It's the first time I ever dealt with this. I've never been robbed. I've never really had anything terrible happen to me in my travels. So 43 years, that's a pretty good track record. It's just one of these things that can happen. So it's not going to discourage me from traveling. All right, so this is the food segment out of the video. So I'm getting a panino here in Walther Park Shopping Center. Very nice guy. I started in Italian and then we switched to English. So he recommended a sandwich that will be good in about 2 hours from now. I just asked Claude to translate my sandwich. I don't know what it is. So it's a buckwheat flatbread prosciutto, soft cheese, ribiolina, nectarines, arugula, and balsamic glaze. Sounds yummy. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I got my sandwich. Guess what else I got? Ice. Yeah, like a little bar set up there. It wasn't just panini. I also did coffee and looked like they did alcoholic drinks. So I thought, doesn't hurt to ask. So I asked if he had any ice. He didn't fill my bottle. I have water in my bottle already. I wish he had like filled it to the top. But he gave me 2 hefty spoons full of ice. We had a nice little conversation, so he was really busy. There were some pesky Italians there bothering him. I asked him if he was from Bolzano. He said yes. He said his mother is from Veneto and his father is from Puglia. And I told him I had been to Puglia. So then I asked if he spoke German also, and he said not that well. He's studying German in the University of Bolzano. Because I heard him speak German to a woman who was interrupting us when I first got there. People are kind of pushy here. So I told him he could wait on her first because I wasn't really in a hurry. Yeah, so it was really nice. And then he asked me my name, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I told him his name is Mattia. Really friendly guy. So that's one of the friendliest interactions I've had since I've been here in all of Italy so far. All right, so I'm gonna wait here until, let's see, it's 11 now. Maybe the station's just right there. I'll walk over around 11:20 unless somebody lights up, and then I'm gonna get out of here, but there's gonna be smoke everywhere. Find my platform, and hopefully the train is on time, but I doubt it. I don't know if the train is starting here or if it's coming from further north. So if it's starting here, I'll be able to board early. If not, I have to wait until it arrives. And my ticket's on TrenItalia app, so I don't have to do any validation. I have an assigned seat, senior ticket. So we'll see what that looks like. A nice look at those beautiful mountains. Just love the views here. All right, it's about 11:20. Oops. I guess this is a street that I'm just crossing. There are cars on it. All right, so it looks like my train is going to Bari, 11:45 from 5. And confirm the number. All right, here's my train. 11:23. The door is open. Carriage 3. Nobody's getting on yet though, but I wonder if they're just supposed to push the button to open the door. Let me see if I can get on and get settled. Looks like we have AstroTurf here. So I am 5A right here. Alright. One thing that worries me, I don't know if all the cars are like this. I have the senior ticket, which I think is also family. So I wonder if I get put in the family section. And you know what that means? Italian children are even worse than the adults in terms of noise. Alright, there's somebody there. Nobody saying anything about me being on the train early? All set. Alright, we're off. 11:47. Pretty much on time. Train is nice and cool. It's very comfortable. Seems like it's pretty quiet. There's a little bit of activity behind me, but I think that's going to be okay. alone to get settled. I'm excited to try this sandwich. It has nectarines in it. All right, it's time for lunch. Beautiful sandwich. It's delicious. I didn't get any nectarine yet, but balsamic, arugula. That is really good. I just tasted the nectarine. It's really nice. What a good combination. It's so beautiful. There's cliffs over on that side. It was fun. In spite of the bed bugs, I really enjoyed coming up here. Cold on this train. So we're in Verona. We've been sitting here. Oh, we're leaving. We're going backwards. All right. So we're taking off. We were a little bit in retardo. Then we somehow arrived here early. And now we're leaving on time. So let's see if we get in retardo again. All new group of people got on. Long ride. 3.5 hours. Getting close. Well, for some reason we're just sitting here. I don't know what's happening. We're close. Oh, we're not there yet. What do they have to, like, clear the track? Another train there? I don't know. Italy. All right, made it. So I'm using Google Maps, and it looks like it's about 4-minute walk. I'm in a whole different world here. Of course, the smokers are still here. All right, I made it. This one is not as nice as Bolzano, but let me check the bed. Yeah, it's clean. So this is going to be part of my routine now. You know, 43 years I've been traveling. Only one incident with bed bugs, but kind of ruined me. All right, so I made it. There was a woman here, Ilaria. She jerked me in. That's nice. It's nice when somebody's here to greet you. She spoke English. So she said, I'm going to eat well. It's cute. Let me show you. So, you know, it's a kind of smallish apartment. We have a little kitchen here. Table, sofa. There's a little outdoor area here. I guess this is for the smokers. Laundry drying rack, that's good. In case I don't want to go to the laundromat. Cute. Is this the refrigerator? No. Where's the refrigerator? Maybe one of these. There we go. And no dishwasher, okay. All right, and then bathroom and the bedroom. It smells like cleaning products, so I'm going to leave it open. I'm just going to go to the supermarket now and buy some stuff. I have to fish out my shopping bag out of my suitcase. So I'm just going to do that now, and then actually maybe I'll get a nice bottle of wine. And then I think I'm just going to have dinner here and go out in a little bit and explore. She told me there are coffee pots here, so that's great. The machine is Lavazza, so that's what I'm looking for. So I was looking for the remote control or the control for the blinds here. And guess what we have here? It's manual. Oh, now. Okay. You just pull it and it goes down. And you pull it and it goes up. Old school. I like the view. All right, so there you have it, Bologna. Really close to the station. She said the nearest supermarket is in the station. So I'm going to walk back, pick up a few things. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll go out a little bit later and explore. But you know what I passed was some Chinese food that looked really good. So I might even get that for dinner. All right, so that was it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao for now. Only Italian now. Bye-bye.